During World War II, many ideas were displayed. Among them are the change of human roles based on need, the interdependent economies of the world, the development of governments to meet the needs of their people, despotic governments rising from poor economic factors, and religious differences that can cause conflict.
The first idea that was demonstrated is the idea that human roles change based on need. During World War II, manpower was a must. However, we do not always have the necessary men to run the workforce and fight in the war at the same time. Thus, human roles changed. The untapped potential and ability was suddenly noticed. People discovered that women could do more than tasks they are currently being given. Women were encouraged to do more in war, as well as children. An example of roles they were encouraged to perform was to collect scrap metal and buy war bonds. These, among others, are examples of how human roles changed based on need.
The next idea displayed is that the economies of the world are independent.
Interdependent?
A prime example is once again found in the rich history of World War II. After the Treaty of Versailles, Germany crashed. The debt that they were expected to pay was far too much to pay all at once, but they still tried to pay. Oddly, after the suffering of Germany, the entire world went into crisis. Odder, those being paid by Germany were not protected. Therefore, we can reasonably conclude that the economies of the world are interdependent.
Speculation as to why the interdependence may occur. One possibility is that the import and exports of each country support the precarious balance of the global economy. One country losing their balance sets the world off balance. Countries such as Great Britain and America were hit hard, and they resorted to more socialist ideas to get them out of the Depression.
Germany was another country that turned to socialism, however theirs is a little more extreme. All of these governmental changes show that governments change based on the needs of their people. When the people of Germany were starving in the streets, Hitler introduced a shining concept of socialism. The government changed, meeting the needs of the people. When thousands of Americans were without work, the government decided to step in, creating federal projects designed to help with jobs. Great Britain went in the same way.
Socialism didn't work for Germany, though. From poor economic factors, rise despotic governments. This has always been the trend and always will be the trend. The poverty shown in Germany led to their desperation of a savior. Hitler was their savior. When people become desperate during the Great Depression, FDR was elected into office 4 times. Contrary to the laws of the Constitution, poor economic factors led to the rise of both of these despotic governments, and the source of this rise in the desperation of the populace.
How can religious differences cause conflict? Religion is a subject very personal to people. Oftentimes, this personal subject and strong belief can cause disagreement. When opinions are especially strong, this disagreement can cause conflict and contention. The path is short, and the results can be devastating. Examples of this conflict are present throughout history. Possibly the first example that we can observe is the Crusades. Catholics killing Muslims because of religious differences and the rising power of Muslims are the only 2 causes that can be attributed to the massive slaughter that took place. Centuries later, the persecution of the Jews in the Holocaust can be traced back to the religious differences as well. Persecutions of Mormons in the United States is not unique, and the terrorist bombings by Muslim terrorists continue the trend. Religious differences cause conflict.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Funny day!